Okay, fourth graders, here we are, lesson 5 of unit 2. I'm on page 55 of my SAB, and today we're using this area model. It kind of looks similar, right? It just looks long and stretched out, but we're using it to show how estimation works when we're multiplying a 2-digit number by a 1-digit. So what they've done here, in red, they have the estimated numbers. So they have the rounded numbers. And then in black down here, they're showing the actual numbers. So this whole thing is showing us the problem 4 times 68. Okay, so it's just showing us that simple multiplication problem. They put the 4 over here, and then down below, they showed here's the 68. 68 equals 60 plus 8. So that's what we've seen. We saw last lesson when we break apart that. And then up here, they're just showing the estimation. So we could round 68 to 70. 70 equals 60 plus 10. And that would make it a little easier for us because then we could just do 4 times 60, which would be 240, and 4 times 10, which would be 40. And it would be easier to add those two up. We would get 280. And that would be our estimate, but then we would still need to find the actual answer where we would do 4 times 60 and then 4 times 8, and we would end up with a slightly different answer. It really is just showing you that. It's demonstrating what it looks like. You're not really going to have to use this model or set it up in any specific way, but I want to show it to you so that you can see that when we are estimating, we're adding space to an area model or taking it away. In each drawing, find the rectangles that represent 4 times 70 and 4 times 60. These rectangles frame the rectangles for 4 times 68 and 4 times 63. Find the values of 4 times 70 and 4 times 60. So we found 4 times 70 on that top one. 4 times 70 would be, we actually didn't find it yet, did we? 280. Now 4 times 60 we did find 240. Look at the rectangles that represent 4 times 68, that's this one, and 4 times 63, that's this one. Is 4 times 68 closer to 4 times 60 or 4 times 70? Let's zoom that in here. So that's being demonstrated here. If it was closer to 60, it would be here, closer to 70 out here. And look, our line almost makes it to 70. So it is closer to 60. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. I'm hoping that the online part isn't too tricky, but you're just showing the estimation. So you're rounding. For example, 4 times 63. 63 would round down to 60. So 4 times 60 it would be closer to. And then you might have to explain how rounding to estimate helps you. And it helps you by understanding if your answer is going to be close or reasonable. Let's practice some estimation. Let's see how this is going to work. Keisha's school has 185 fourth grade students. The library has 28 tables with 6 chairs at each table. Can all of the fourth graders sit in the library at one time? How do you know? Okay, so we're going to estimate and then see if we can solve the problem. So her school has 185 fourth graders. The library has 28 tables with 6 chairs at each table. So this is what we want to find out, right? How many kids can sit in the library? So we would do 28 times 6 to find the exact answer, but let's estimate instead. 28 rounds to 30. Remember, we don't round a 1-digit number, we keep it the same. 30 times 6 equals 180. Ooh, but there are 185 fourth graders. Is there going to be enough space? Not when we estimate there's not. So we know that since we see that there's not enough, there's only 180, we should probably find the exact answer, right? So now we're going to find the answer to 28 times 6. So grab your whiteboard, grab your scrap paper. We're going to keep using these area models. I know you know how to figure it out a different way, but we really need to practice these area models for now. Don't worry, we'll get to the other way soon. Okay, so we have 28 times 6, right? 28 at the top equals 20 plus 6. And then, oops, 20 plus 8. And then on the side, we have 6 down here. Okay, so remember how to use this? We first do 6 times 20 equals, that would be 120. I know that because 6 times 2 is 12, and then I just add the 0. 6 times 8 is what goes into this box. 6 times 8 is 48. So now I have 2 numbers that I need to add up, the 120 and the 48. And there's my answer, folks, 168. Let's look at that. Now we know that there are 168 shares at each table. What do you think? Are there going to be enough? No. We did our rounding, and then when we got more specific, we realized that there definitely are not enough. So that was good that we estimated first to kind of get an idea of what there would be. This problem is the same. You'll probably see a problem similar to one of these two on your math expressions assignment today, so you don't need to complete this one if you don't want to. I do want you to do some of these though. Estimate each product, then solve. So for the estimation part, you're just going to write 3 times and then round this number. So what would 52 round to? 50. 3 times 50. 3 times 5 is 15. How many zeros are in this? 1 0, 150. Okay, area model. Man, Miss Star makes us do a lot of models. Yep, that is true. We have to, guys. All right, that is a requirement. So go ahead and draw your model. 3 times 52 equals 50 plus 2. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to show me. It just has to model the area, model like this. Okay, so 3 times 50. Oh, that's familiar. I had that right up there, 150. Now 3 times 2. Now 3 times the number in the ones place. So 150 plus 6. Well, I can do that in my head. 156. So here I'm going to show 3 times 52 equals 156. And it might seem like a lot of writing, and that's because it kind of is. You're in 4th grade math now, so just one of the things you'll get used to is that there's a lot of writing using your pencils, showing your work. So it's a good thing we have pencils and plenty of pencils and plenty of erasers. I would like you to do one more. You can choose which one you want to do, but see if you can do it the way I did it. Rounding first for your estimation, and then finding your exact answer. Thanks a lot, 4th graders.